Most people think speaking more than one language is just a useful skill for travel or a boost for a professional resume. But in the world of psychology and neuroscience, we know that your brain is actually built differently. If you speak two, three, or even more languages, you aren't just an average person with extra vocabulary. You have undergone a structural and functional transformation that changes how you perceive reality itself. Your mind processes the world in layers that most people will never experience in their entire lives. Psychology has identified 7 rare traits that naturally develop within the multilingual mind. Most of the time, you develop these elite capabilities without even realizing they are there. Today, we are going to deconstruct these traits to show you why your brain belongs to a unique class of thinkers. This is not about grammar or accents, but about the hidden power of your cognitive architecture. Let's explore the first trait, which is perhaps the most misunderstood: your flexible identity. For many years, you might have felt like a bit of an imposter because your personality seems to shift when you change languages. Perhaps you feel more assertive and direct when speaking English, but more soft spoken and emotional in your native tongue. Society might call this being inconsistent, but psychology calls it contextual identity shifting. You aren't being fake. You are actually demonstrating a high level of cultural and cognitive fluidity. Each language is a vessel for a specific set of cultural norms, values, and historical weight. When you switch languages, your brain automatically adjusts your behavior to align with the framework of that specific culture. This makes you a social chameleon, capable of blending into different groups and reading the room with surgical precision. You don't just translate words, you transform your entire persona to optimize the connection with the person in front of you. This is a profound gift that allows you to navigate diverse social hierarchies without losing your core essence. You are not one person, but a collection of multifaceted versions of yourself, all working in harmony. This leads us directly into the second rare trait: your heightened awareness of micro details. A multilingual brain is constantly scanning for meaning, especially in situations where vocabulary might be limited. Because you have spent years navigating the gaps between languages, your brain has trained itself to look for nonverbal cues. You notice a slight shift in a person's muscle tension, a micro expression of doubt, or a subtle change in their breathing. While others are focused only on the literal words being said, you are decoding the atmosphere and the subtext. This is a trained survival skill that has evolved into an intuitive radar for human emotion. You sense tension faster than others, and you can often detect hidden motives before they are ever voiced. What looks like a gut feeling to your peers is actually a highly sophisticated data processing system in your mind. You have become a master of observation because your brain knows that the most important information is often left unsaid. This silent intelligence gives you a massive advantage in negotiations, relationships, and leadership. The third trait involves a shift from word-based thinking to concept-based thinking. Most people are trapped within the linguistic structure of their single mother tongue, which limits their problem solving. But as a multilingual person, your thoughts are not tied to any specific string of letters or sounds. Instead, your brain operates in the realm of pure concepts and abstract ideas. When you encounter a complex problem, your mind scans all your available languages to find the one that expresses the solution best. This gives you a much wider mental toolbox and a significantly higher level of creative flexibility. You're able to see paths and connections that are invisible to those who are restricted by a single way of speaking. Your thoughts are more agile because they aren't anchored to the ground by just one set of rules. You possess the ability to deconstruct a challenge and rebuild it using different logical frameworks. This conceptual freedom is the hallmark of an elite thinker who can innovate across different fields of study. This cognitive agility naturally flows into the fourth trait: a superior level of emotional intelligence. Switching between languages requires you to switch between different emotional frameworks every single day. You understand that a word in one language might carry a weight of shame, while the equivalent in another feels neutral. This constant negotiation of meaning makes you deeply aware of how words impact the human heart. You decode the feelings of others with more accuracy because you know that truth is often a matter of perspective. Multilingual people tend to be more empathetic because they have lived through the experience of being misunderstood. You don't just hear what people say, you understand what they truly mean, even when they can't find the right words. Your brain is sensitive to the nuances of tone and intention, allowing you to respond with grace and wisdom. This makes you a natural healer and a bridge builder in a world that is often divided by language barriers. You possess the unique ability to translate not just words, but the very frequency of human emotion. The fifth trait is one of the most powerful: your extraordinary mental endurance and executive control. Managing multiple languages is the ultimate workout for the brain's prefrontal cortex. Every time you speak, your brain has to actively suppress one language while boosting the other. This constant act of inhibition and selection strengthens your cognitive muscles in a way that nothing else can. As a result, you're likely much better at staying calm under high-pressure situations than the average person. Your mind is used to carrying a heavy cognitive load and maintaining performance without breaking down. You are a natural multitasker who can handle fast-changing environments because your brain is built for complexity. This mental toughness allows you to filter out distractions and focus on the task at hand with intense clarity. While others are overwhelmed by information overload, your brain is expertly sorting and prioritizing data. You have developed a level of discipline in your thoughts that serves as a foundation for all your successes. This strength also affects how you remember your life, leading us to the sixth trait: layered memory systems. For a multilingual person, memory is not a linear timeline. It is a rich, multi-dimensional tapestry. Your memories are often tagged with the specific language and emotional atmosphere in which they occurred. A childhood memory in your native language feels different and carries a different weight than a professional memory in English. You have multiple emotional save files running in your mind simultaneously, each with its own unique texture. This allows for a much more vivid and detailed recall of your life experiences. It's as if you have several different versions of your history, each providing a unique perspective on who you were. This layered memory system protects you from a narrow view of your own identity and past. You can visit different parts of your soul just by switching the language you are thinking in at that moment. This richness of inner life is a treasure that provides constant inspiration and self-awareness. You are a traveler in your own mind, exploring the diverse landscapes of your past through different linguistic lenses. This brings us to the final and perhaps most important trait: multi-lens perception. Every language you speak carries a unique worldview and a different way of categorizing the universe. By speaking more than one language, you have broken free from the single truth fallacy. You realize that there is no one correct way to live, to think, or to interpret a situation. This makes you naturally less judgmental and significantly more open-minded than those around you. Because you can see the world through multiple cultural lenses, you are much harder to manipulate with narrow ideologies. Your mind recognizes perspectives and nuances that most people don't even know exist. You are a bridge between worlds, possessing a level of intellectual freedom that is truly rare in our society. You understand that diversity is not just a social goal, but a fundamental reality of the human experience. This wisdom allows you to navigate conflicts with a level of objectivity that others simply cannot match. If you have recognized these traits in yourself, it is time to stop viewing your languages as just a hobby. Your brain is a high-performance machine that has been forged in the fires of cultural adaptation. You don't just speak different words, you inhabit different realities and translate entire worlds. This power allows you to connect with humanity on a level that is both deep and universal. The next time you feel that shift in your personality, or that sharp intuition in a crowded room, lean into it. That is your elite brain performing at its highest capacity, using every tool in its vast arsenal. You're not average, you're layered, adaptable, and uniquely powerful in a way that few understand. Embrace the complexity of your mind, for it is your greatest asset in an increasingly connected world. Take a moment to reflect on your own journey with the languages you speak and the person you have become. Which of these traits do you feel most strongly in your daily life? Do you notice your confidence rising in one language, or your empathy deepening in another? The world needs more people who can see through multiple lenses and translate experiences, not just words. Thank you for exploring the psychology of the multilingual mind with us today. Remember, every new word you learn isn't just a label, it's a new way to see the beauty of the world. Keep growing, keep learning, and keep honoring the incredible mind you have built through your efforts. We would love to hear your story in the comments below, so please share your unique journey with us. How many languages do you speak, and how have they changed the person you are today? Your experience is part of a fascinating psychological phenomenon that deserves to be shared and celebrated. Until next time, continue to use your unique gifts to bridge the gaps between us and heal the world. Stay curious, stay empathetic, and never stop exploring the infinite layers of your own elite mind.